It may look pretty messy, but there is an order to this chaos that I have, right? This is just a little bit of what I've been finding in the last few months. You know, a lot of horseshoes there. A dozen or so horseshoes. And I'll just pan back here, right? This is my metal detecting room. This is my table here that I have for all my metal detecting finds that I've been finding. You know, got a bucket there full of brass, copper, and lead. So I need to sort that one still. This stuff, you know, Jewelry Hill, you know, remember that video, the rubble arcing video? All these buttons right here, I just throw there just because they're, you know, it's easier to put the stuff right here so I can look at them. I found that last week. You know, lots of jewelry galore, right? And a couple finds here. I found this yesterday. I'll show you, I guess. Right there, yesterday. I'm gonna take pictures of them, right? That right there. Live digs. It's a hair breadth. I don't want to show you too much. I don't want to spoil too much because that'll be coming in like next month. Most of this stuff here, I'm going to be posting in a few weeks here. But there is an order to this chaos, right? This stuff was from the beginning of the year that I never got to sort. A lot of silver, maybe some Indian heads and some V-nickels and some lots of Wheaties in there. Just haven't gotten to it yet because I dig a lot of hours in the summertime. And this is some of the junk that I'm starting to throw in from Jewelry Hill here. This is Jewelry Hill. That pile right there is from Jewelry Hill. Right, or no, that's from a different site. So I keep them separated. You know, I keep these piles separated so I know what kind of wrap-up video I can do. Here's a few pull tabs I've been getting the last couple months. I got another big bucket in my storage there downstairs. And this is another bucket from Jewelry Hill I haven't even looked at. There's rings in there. You know, there's lots of buttons, you know. Just relics galore, you know. This one I found the other day. I don't think I posted that video yet, so, you know, it's gonna be easy with. There's a ring right there. There's a ring right there. Lots of bullets. Buttons just freaking galore, right? These videos will be posting soon. Some of these epic buttons here. You know, let me show you a little bit more of that one I posted. But these, most of these targets here, you know, this one I posted the other day from Jewelry Hill. This one I haven't, but I'll show you it anyway. I found that in a relic dump without my detector. I was in a bottle dump and I just found that right on the surface. There's something that all these have in common, or most of these finds right here that have in common. Right there, remember that video? All right, just try to find another ring or some silver or something in there. There are just so many buttons. You know, gun parts, you know. This is just from Jewelry Hill. It's just sick, you know. And here's all the copper that I've been collecting from Jewelry Hill. Not all of it, but there's some of it here. I have a lot in my back of my truck. I have at least 100 pounds of copper in the back of my truck. Just like this, and some big sheets of copper and some copper wire and whatnot. But they're just buttons galore, buckles galore. Right. See, there we go. There's some. This is actually from the video when I cleaned out my truck last month, because my truck is such a mess. You know, a lot of toys here. These are all live digs. You know, you guys probably will recognize them if you guys have been watching my videos. Right there. This is just from a couple weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. 2 of those in the same area. This is from my backyard there. I got another metal detector in there. And pinpointers up there, and a bunch of ring stuff, some display cases down there, a bunch of lead. I put my bullets in there, my keys in there, and there's just lots of silver, Indian heads, V-nickels, you know, just the brass stuff that I just don't have room for. And I don't know if I should be showing you this right now, but these marbles came from Jewelry Hill the last week we were there. Right? And there is some epic ones here. I'll just show them all right now. Just a few, not all of them. I mean, there's quite a few left down there that I haven't even picked up yet. And my pinpointers, you know, there's a few bucks there. I don't know why the money's doing there. But a few pinpointers, pinpointers, parts to my pinpointers, you know, parts to my pinpointers, some batteries, parts to my metal detector, some fines there, parts to my metal detectors, some other fines down here, you know, other fines right there, you know, watch clips, just random stuff, more fines down there, there's more fines underneath here, there's all my glass, I've been putting my glass up here, just found this last week in that relic dump that I found that buckle in, right there, see that right there, it is an inkwell, right there, beautiful, right, and I've been throwing my glass back there too, my mason lids, I just get so many mason lids, man, there's a huge stack of them right there, and there's another bucket of glass down there, and I leave my hand digger and stuff right there so I can change my batteries out when I first get here, so I can empty my fines right there. It looks like chaos, but it really is. It is orderly. You know, got my clothes here for metal detecting, like my rain gear and stuff like that, and there's a little bit of disorder over there. That's just a few of my metal detectors, you know, the ones that I use the most. Most of the stuff out here in front I use the most, and my simplexes, you know, I use a lot. My charging station for my GoPro, my boots there, you know, and my closet here has a few more detectors in here. All my headphones, you know, that I use. My diggers, you know, have 3 Predator tools. That's my Ranger. This is my Spartan. And I got my sand scoop right here, right there, sand scooper, and a couple simplexes here, simplex boxes there, and another detector there. My coats for when it gets cold out, but you know, most of those fines that's behind me right there on the table and on the ground there. Most of those are mid-tones, right? Someone just commented on my channel and they said that my mid-tone video was the best video. It was Avago Digger from Australia, and he commented on that and he said that's the best video that I've ever seen. And you know what? Really, the best tip that I can give any detectors who is starting out or who's like a year into metal detecting, dig the midtones. I know there's a lot of zinc pennies, and I know there's a lot of trash change out there, but all that trash change sounds exactly like most of the stuff behind me. I've got dozens of rings here, right? I've got dozens of rings here. Dozens. I've gotten 40 rings this year already, and it's not even September yet, right? Dozens of rings. And all those rings, most of those rings sounded just like a copper penny. So dig all that change up, man. It's only money in your pocket, right? Except if it's for, like, you know, clad stuff doesn't really last too long on the ground. But it's all about the midtones. That's just one huge tip that nobody told me years ago when I first started detecting. Dig the midtones, man. Sure, silver's cool, rings are cool, but silver and rings only come out when they want to, right? I was digging in a spot there a few weeks ago that we beat to death, and there's so many coins there. We just keep on pulling coins out there and pulling coins there. We've had at least 8 guys pound that small little strip there. We just coins and coins and coins, and I finally just popped a freaking ring about 2 inches deep. It's just rings come out whenever they want. There's just no rhyme or reason to that. But to get the jewelry, dig the trash, man. I dig up a lot of trash. I don't know if you guys have seen my videos, but I dig mounds and mounds and mounds of trash. And I throw a lot of that trash away in the garbage cans. Like if I'm at a park or at school or something, I'll just empty my bag out of all the trash into the garbage cans. So I don't really show you a lot of the trash that I dig. But the videos that I'm showing you are the ones that I have, you know, a few good finds and then some trash. But there are sometimes I just dig for an hour straight and I don't find anything good. Just trash, 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 trash. There's a reality to metal detecting. And 99% of the stuff that you extract out of the ground is going to go right in the garbage can. But that 1% gets my heart pumping, man. When I hear a horseshoe, in the ground, there's nothing that gets my heart pounding. I can jog a mile and it doesn't even get my heart pounding like it does when I hear a horseshoe in the ground. You know? When I hear a monster horseshoe like this in the ground, or like that one, when it's in the ground, I freaking know it's a horseshoe. Because I've dug up hundreds of them throughout the years. You know, when stuff like this comes out of the ground, a little bell. You know, gotta be kind of careful with this stuff up here because there's a lot of fragile silver up here. And I just gotta be careful. But stuff like that, man, it gets my fancy, man. You know, you dig up trash for 2 hours and you find something like that. That's what it's all about, man. I do it because I want to find those horseshoes, man. Those horseshoes are my favorite thing to find. Everybody has their quirks. Everybody has their favorite things to find. But mine is frickin' horseshoes, man. I will show you my horseshoe collection sometime in one of these videos, maybe this winter, when I get time to sort my junk out. And I'll show you some of my finds. I have a lot of display cases with rings and jewelry and stuff throughout the years. But this is just the stuff from the last few months, right? Because I dig every day. For the last 3 weeks, I've been digging 12 to 13 hours a day. I dig until it gets dark. And I wake up before the sun comes up, and I'm out there detecting when the sun comes up, right? A lot of times in the last month, I've been detecting all day long, non-stop. Make some lunch, eat some lunch, but dig the midtones. It's all about the midtones. 90% of the stuff was midtones, man. And there's a lot of jewelry here, right? Most of the jewelry that you're going to find is going to read in the midtones. A lot of the jewelry is going to be kind of scratchy. You're going to think it's a little bit of junk. But if you dig up that junk, you're going to find a lot more jewelry. Sure, I am physically fit and I detect all day long, so I really don't get tired no matter where I'm at. Even if I'm hiking 3 miles into a site there, I really don't get tired. But if you're in a park or a school or something and you've beat to death and you've gotten all the silver out of it, dig some of those midtones up and you'll get a lot of jewelry. You will be surprised when you just dig up some scratchy targets, and you'll be surprised what comes out of the ground. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.